So we're going to, in this video, do speed drills, which everyone hopefully has at least heard about. And there are a lot of different combinations of speed drills. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Kirk through about a 20 to 30 minute speed drill regiment that is something that you can mimic and use in your own day in, day out drilling. And you can copy it exactly the way it's going to be done right now. And so please leave any comments on the video if you have questions about why a certain drill is done or what the effectiveness of the drill will be. But pay special attention to how Kirk sounds at the beginning of the drill in terms of clarity and speed and enunciation. Those are the three things that we're concerned about, and how he sounds at the end of the drill. Okay, so without further, other thing real quick is Kirk is holding books because it helps engage his diaphragm in his spreading, and so that is something that him and I have constantly discussed, which is that he doesn't want to sound like he's running out of breath at the end of the 2NR or at the end of the 1AC or at the end of the 1AR. And so the best way to do that is to stand up and use a laptop stand and to have deep breaths where it's not like he's double breathing or it sounds like he's dying or something like that, but he seems fully in control of the spreading. Cool. Okay, so we're going to just start from top down. And you have a pen ready next to you for when we put a pen in? Cool.
How would I be able to scroll? It's like, just change it to one arm as I need to scroll.
Or if you want to read out of a book, we can do it out of a book, but I think that that's fine too. You can do it with one arm.
No, I just do this, and then when I need to switch, I just scroll.
Yeah, or you can just take like a little pause and scroll.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm ready whenever you are.
Most recent global problems are likely increase the likelihood of nuclear war and impairs crew rate. U.S. breakups are certain local turmoil, continuous terrorist threats in the name of economic justice, the agency in the era, an ugly intra-European war, confrontation over natural gas, the first Balkan War, World War I, followed the current conjunctions to get worse, governments weaken, angry population and angry radicals can use media to magnify the strain Nazis. Did that take place in anarchist aggressors or candidates for civil war? Most recent the current data proves that interdependence on check and 2011. Military studies have shown that trade increases the probability of military dispute strategic interests matter more than economic interdependence, and the countries that may interdependence still fight on non-economic interests. Interdependence either likely to increase the war or is not related to war initiation. And and to charge my computer. Even Capital tries with what unintentionally sparking nuclear war exchange from 10. Capital IBCM to look at exactly like nuclear missiles. The launch of such a missile could provoke full-scale nuclear attack using nuclear forces could never be sure that U.S. can figure out the man deterrence. Deterrence is being irrational distracting globalized hazardous situation. History proves that we're still like in Helmet 08. No one in his right mind was starting nuclear war, but when people are stressed out or behave irrationally, nuclear tyranny and the missile crisis, that's exactly what they did until the consequences combined with irrational decision-making, creating a hazardous situation law of deterrence that is model-dependent. Russia feels proposed to a situation starting the First World War, and Cook economies no intervening actors called C09. Leading nuclear powers are contenders are likely to measure whether a large reactor program will be difficult to know when if the state or department will likely to China materials via analysis of Paris as war. States meaning your reactors online will become weapons ready within months, and such development to push them whatever stability emerged during the Cold War. Just one or two states could initiate a war small difference between nuclear competitors will pull and act on edge deployments. The rivalries could be much more intense. Each military will place premium on the ability to weaponize civilians to surplus population will become far less stable. So small development could easily prompt rivalries to miscount the nuclear war. Shorter flight times that lag is second track capacity making miscalculation more likely. Also answers count force tracking. Simba 08. Since the nuclear force variable force structure will be thrown into a major complex and countercurrent contributory.
Stop. Put a pen in your mouth and continue.
To the part of the water,
Clear.
It's unlikely to see the restoration of Russia Cold War because the military discipline and cultural superpowers was no longer yet. Everybody lived for the answer, finally, and very little hard war. Of course, then there was more fire, collection was pretty increased, decision process, and the taking retaliation ideas for our users, and regional security for really deterrence, personality, and action, and most recent, even the limited nuclear war trying to impact the result of the extinction as well. Nuclear war was created a state motion and strategy where it quickly turn upon the planet flag. Suddenly recent evidence smoke was rapidly created ice age temperature and iron hour, 1 minute of power, the obstruction of ordinarily, and also nuclear darkness, and nuclear war would cause most of the stars to dash politics, uranium fallen, and total pollution, with a massive extinction of war, and scarcity of the wars, economics, strategic, and nationalism, year 1999. Oh, do you know that this war is going to have to create 60 years ago? Europeans and possibly London and Washington and Germany getting the power control of heart, China and Japan and China getting the world, trying to see. What the education war, national security, and China war, the United States war, Taiwan, and also the way that China and American are doing the war. There's no reason to report that century nuclear war, even before nuclear war, the cost of carrying into war is very high. The price of nuclear war is going into a larger than before, obsolete economic or even a mere part of nuclear war, and the crazy speech in a high kind of road, starting out of nuclear road, what do you mean everything nuclear war is around coffee? You don't hear doing the thing and going to produce peace, do you? It is not likely part of the fight or not starting to retain war. Drivers, O2. It's not going to use those argument to find out whether the common furniture and Canada or the animal or vaccine was relatively tight. I think the South Pole, the cosmic seems to be believed has a financial mode. Green ability solve problems peacefully. The audience will begin to not important and sharing this around and intended to actually great out to attend to hard interest international common interest and people in different states.
Now add the word A in between every word.
6, 8, 8, express A, 4, A, B, with E, with A, E, K, other A, R, A, that's A, licensee, A, 2, A, 20, A, D, A, 10, A, international A, 1, A, 10, A, A, political A, conflict A, R, A, R, A, P, A, cursor, A, 2, A, war, A, 2, A, destroy A, institutions, A, war, A, jar, A, tell me, murders, A, L, A, A, Japan, A, Germany, A, with you, A, following, D, A, league, A, O, A, nation, A, during A, D, A, 1930s, A, even A, strong correlation, A, regional A, control A, variables, A, D, A, distinction, A, over, commodity, A, difficult, A, 3, A, tablet, A, nuclear, war, A, what A, created, A, dust, A, induced, winter, A, causing, A, extinction, A, both, A, 2000. Nuclear A, with A, weighted, A, ecological A, disaster, A, okay, A, family story, O, A, latitude, A, O, A, A, O, A, ranger, A, extinction, A, O, A, species, A, that A, how A, occurred, A, D, A, practice, O, A, mostly famous, A, one, A, K, quartet, A, extinction, A, D, A, theory, A, D, large, meteor, A, greater, Crater A, NA, go A, California, A, putting A, million acres, Sunday, A, Rocky, Big A, into A, D, atmosphere, A, body, D, A, 2, A, Sunday, formally, fire, blade, blocking, Sunday, A, 1, A, partially, A, 9, Dusty, A, nuclear, weather, A, opening, outside, A, pretty activity, collaboration, A, worldwide, A, tracker, A, radiation, A, species, A, becoming, A, evolution, A, after A, war, A, also include A, NDA competition A, increases ADA, risk A, over major power A, escalation A, carry O, A, DA, nature, maturity, industrial power A, over Europe A, and North A, America A, consumer A, DA, line A, carry O, energy A, DA, knowledge A, over DA, OECD A, DA, color A, over world A, DA, witness nation A, consumer A, approximately 57% A, over world A, energy A, DA, Soviet A, Union A, Warsaw A, Pact A, Bloc A, 48% A, China, appearance critical Roy in all over just a DA Chinese area protected to a consuming 17% OADA world energy by 2015 and 20% by 2025. It will have a order to USA and the world leading energy consumer running economic dynamic will have to compete with the material power to actively remain on top of the preserving of export energy in the body of a large village by the party energy by party of a mature power say like the XMO, the round APPA totally okay packet and a royal dotation. Boy, does it pay industrial capacity, boring material security, we are 99. 因为作为为了被的考生，到时候也得考试谁看来，因为考试有一波是因为考试的考试一些钱稍微没什么，光有考试，而因为光也消费产业企业的，我因为的考试不会事的，为那些安慰的所谓营业单位，就是的考虑我也可能性中这样是那个考试会，咱们的principal compare 或者我的毕业我的朋友现在还得弄一下上学分分水，我也还是现在实体的分分水，可是因为我的别人他们我分的是我的爱，可是我们是看一个是学的 community， 这是为我去。Firstly, because it does say kind of always the turn say birthday on a day, Saturday, possibility, twenty feet by night, security, mutually dependent, journey can be a usually a platform, always hostility, coordinate, and even limited, what they did, kind of like to say, they all out a war, would it be a rationally party, like that, for a destruction, and they always, so they always want to say, could they use a fury, open the curry, war to a other day, but you say that the other preoccupied with the word, well, especially the other to receive a can if any other birthday fact that I worry would it be a worse possible outcome for it, was a child automatically leading to a unfortunate piece of security community. The turn day seriously lie on a possible assumption they always say rationality.
Now take the pen out and read backwards.
Okay. Authority defining often process policy DA in prominence for compete goals conflicting have commonly organization how by second option the first D take often more organization decision rational most D for the D for search than rather world outside D and uncertainty to respond to mechanism and simplifying use and calculation on limits have taken argued possible not is rationality pure error in B2 shown is assumption realist the case each in use on unauthorized or accidental to prone B not must arsenals nuclear capability retaliatory secure and potential destructive assured and to develop must states both weapons nuclear have not do states both when period transition period the during war preventative A not must there work to theory determines rational for necessary assumptions D4 3 all with problems demonstrates.
Now add the word A in between every word as you read backwards.
Piece A for A prime A is a system A international A D A and that A mean A changes A these A solving a problem A cooperative A for A imperative A strong A creating A while A conflict A severe A of A likelihood A D A reduce A D A interdependence A of A intensification A 9 A tau A duty A war A checks A interdependence A opinion A world A with A Step A of A, our A, get A, not A, must A, states A, united A, DA, problems A, political A, serious A, raise A, consideration A, military A, overwhelming A, consideration A, political A, create A, DA, from A, back A, D, back A, to A, officials A, government A, cause A, has A, war A, nuclear A, to A, opposition A, public A, 9 A, Whittier A, weapons A, of A, use A, responsible A, prevent for A, pressures A, political A, and A. Holocaust A, retaliatory A, 2A, subjection A, BA, 2A, nation A, there A, and A, themselves A, allowing A, before A, assassination A, 2A, resort A, with A, who A, survival A, of A, sense A, invincible A, and A, with A, staff A, this A, of A, members A, BA, with A, there A, staff A, with A, consultation A, without A, nuke A, with A, president A, no A, 85 A, watch A, assassinate A, BA, with A, attack A, nuclear A, launch A, 2A, attempting A, leader A, and Period A circumstances A under any under A ever A launch A accidentally A B A can missile A nuclear A within a scenario A realistic A no A is A there is exactly A guys A written A D A following A without A done A is A nothing A absolutely controlled A tightly A very A R A weapons A nuclear A on A procedures A maintenance A deliver A B A must A launch A any A individual A one A by A accidentally A launch A B A 2 A missile A 4 A possible impossible A physically A is a missile A launch A physically A cannot A system A this A barring A other A each A face second A view A within A dex A separate A on A slots A separate A into A key A and insert A must A individuals A 2 A missile A launch A accidentally A happen A not A could A launch A for A necessary A conditions A that A ensure A designer A system A 10 A will craft A launch A accidental A no. Explosion A, nuclear A, 2A, lead A, cannot A, air A, such A, die, assurance A, absolute A, providing A, attack A, as A, perceived A, being A, accident A, DA, of A, possibility A, DA, reduced A, systems A, warning A, Russian A, DA, or A, USA, DA, either A, by detectable A, BA, should A, trajectory A, attacking A, possible A, from A, ocean A, empty to A, go, would A, launch A, war A, missile A, nuclear armed A, if A, even A, that A, so A, procedures A, there A, modified A, have A, China A, and A, Britain A, and A, as A, well A, as A, Russia A, and A, USA, DA, 9 A, Slocum A, Ocean A, DA, and A, Land A, accidental A, launch. Security A, regional A, tighter A, 2A, lead A, main A, stakeholders A, engaging A, issues A, on A, converge A, can A, interest A, mutual A, NATO A, with A, partnership A, security A, forging A, 2A, amenable A, 2A, system A, forces A, Western A, assist A, 2A, capacity A, possess A, both A, Afghanistan A, stable A, in A, interest A, have A, Iran A, and A, Russia A, stakeholders A, regional A, 09 A, innocent A, conflict A, de-escalates A, cooperation A, regional and chaos A into A, descent A, not A, would A, region A, DA, resist A, and A, adapt A, can A, neighborhood A, DA, haven A, terrorist A, become A, 2A, Afghanistan A, war A, even A, survival A, enter A, 2A, violence A, subject A, 2A, capacity A, demonstrate A, have A, Pakistan DA, militant A, Pakistani A, by takeover A, is A, outcome A, likely A, lease A, DA, 09 A, Banda A, class A, Pakistan A, no.
Okay, now top down.
Okay.
Without any pen, anything like that.
Alright. Taliban will take over and inevitably Biddle 12. Biddle, a leading expert, is significantly optimistic U.S. ability to drive a successful conclusion is nil. Afghan leaders demand political support for the heroic U.S. Afghanistan security forces and unlikely to be to drive the Taliban out of the strongholds. The only way the Afghans are able to stay is Congress having them be able to continue to vote for resources. The field is Congress being the government is predatory, making it impossible for Taliban to take over America's direction that the war has been taking. And the process is inevitable arbor. Prospects for that year and next year are no rider with key promises constructed was scheduled for transfer of the yield curve. Security forces, the linear of obstacles, the stability costly, institutions are weak, minorities remaining skeptical, the Taliban's recent victory is within reach, and no escalation on Duray 012. The prospect of major interstate conflict in Africa and a deadly weapon looks distant. If your African country possesses destructive war machines, war is located offshore parts of the Africa and war and gas are located closer to the US, making security less expensive, and African conflict can join others to Rio 4. Despite Libya and WMD technology, it's unlikely that Africa will be in a position to achieve self in any conflicts such outside state-owned shores. She does not have the technology nor any trouble with something that country will. Africa has ceased to be any significant to anyone in the first world. Wars inevitable, warming, heat and 10. Warming temperatures, resource scarcity, warming conflict. In a recent study, 1 degree Celsius increase was on a 49% increase in the war. This information looks weak in the coming decades. Economic growth and political reform neither is equal to covering a temperature increase and other African conflicts make conflict inevitable. Juche 02. Africa is to various conflicts. Horn Africa, Ethiopia have been at peace for only 2 years. Somalia and anarchy. Kenya has suffered attacks. Sudan is suffering a civil war. Ethiopia is disputed with Yemen ownership of the Red Sea Island. And this is a conflict. Shoulder 06. Precision bombing may not be the answer in the war that America now faces, even with such a pressure drones and hellfire missiles long-term. A harm of pilot neither Air Force is unlikely to. It's likely to eclipse the short-term impacts on its negative political to remain substantial. The limits for war, air power will remain in Vietnam will restrict the utility in 21st century. Annual Challengers Marcus 07. The USAF can strike any point with a global devastating IPC speed and force. It is the mightiest military force in history, which China and India are likely to catch up for the next 20 years. If ever, the US is physically too far ahead for other powers to catch up. USAF has also the military smartest officers. None of key to overall deterrence or power deterrence acts 09. March says self-fighters equal national power, hogwash. National power does not hinge on fighter jets. We can retire every single fighter tomorrow remain the most powerful nation ever. I'm telling you, this by fighters has financial stake in Africa. Such Air Force is in trouble by its own making.
Cool. Okay. So, did you notice how on the last version of it you were clear and you were enunciating more?
Yeah.
Yeah. And at the beginning you were definitely a little bit unclear.
Yeah.
The biggest difference in clarity was enunciation. Right? And do you also feel like holding the books has you gassed a little bit more? Does your diaphragm and your just stomach feel a little bit more sore than it normally would?
Yeah, sure. Also my arms, but...
Yeah, arms is to be expected. But the point is now that when you spread, it's easier to do so, right? Did you notice how at the end it was easier to do so?
Yeah, there's so much, like at the beginning I definitely noticed it was unclear, like my words were getting jumbled and try to stop it, but sort of can't. But then, the last speech, it just came automatically.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of speed drills. Cool.
That feels like a temporary solution though.
That's a valid concern. It is a temporary solution until you do it enough that it becomes a permanent solution, right? It's like if you are trying to become flexible. Like the first day, bending down and touching your toes is like you go down a little bit further, and it's a temporary solution because for a few hours from then, you're back to where you started. But if you do it every single day for a few months, it will eventually aggregate to the point where you can accomplish your goals.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
Cool.